Hey there, YouTube. I'm Michael, and today I'm playing Bomber Crew. Alone. Entirely by myself. This feels weird. Let's get to it. So, Bomber Crew. Adorable little game set in World War II, controlling a British bomber flying missions over Europe. Not an actually very fun activity. But we're going to go right into it. So, we've got our bomber here, 7 different crew members, and I'll start having things go as I explain. First off, we've got our pilot here. He's in charge of flying the plane, setting our altitude, doing any maneuvers, operating the landing gear. Good news is we don't actually have to fly this plane. The game likes to do it for you. Mostly you're just managing people's abilities and selecting things, like that waypoint over there for our navigation. Next up, we have the engineer. This person is very good at repairing stuff, and at this station is operating our fuel tanks, can manage them in case of a leak, operate any fire extinguishers on the engines, which we don't have installed. Navigator has our map, needs visibility to either the ground or at higher level the stars, to set our waypoints or make waypoints. Radar technician makes sure to keep our radar active, keep an eye out for any enemies. And then we've got our 3 gunners. We've got one in the back, one in the middle, and then our bomber, who also operates the bomber doors. Opening the doors, selecting the bombs, releasing them. Yeah, a lot of fun. So for the most part of this game, you're just moving the crew around and telling them to do their activities. And using this thing, which selects waypoints, enemy targets, etc. Alright, that's a good summary. And yeah, this is the first mission, or one of the options for the first mission. We're headed to, I didn't actually remember what we're supposed to do. Oh, destroy a factory. Landing at low altitude. Passing over the edge of England there, over the channel. Ah! Enemy fighters spotted on radar. Target, and now our gunners can start shooting. And we've got factory target in our sights. Ooh, looks like we're shooting down some of those planes. Wonderful. Ah, and they're shooting back. Eh, that's fine. We don't need that wing. Alright. Oh, okay, we've got enemy fighters above. Alright, Hamilton, you're in charge of the bomb bay doors. Doors are open, bombs are selected, preparing to release. We've got this little targeter thing here, and release. Wonderful. Close the bomb bay doors, because otherwise that's more drag and a waste of fuel. Okay. Now we're gonna head for that camera option there, because above us, because that's a spy picture we can take to give us some more money and more research points. More money and research points means we can upgrade our ship and our crew members' stuff. Oh boy, what's broken? The electronics. Okay, Ferguson, the mechanic, you're gonna go repair that, because without electronics, our radar doesn't work. All right. We've taken that intel photo. We're going to set our course back to England. And one of those green blips of, more enemy fighters. Unless you target the fighters, your little dudes can't actually shoot them. Oh. Boyle, you're almost out of ammo. Gonna hit R, have to go reload. Got our ammo bar there. On the navigator, we have our map. If the navigator were to leave his seat, they're just gonna stand there for something. We straight up don't get to see our map and don't get new waypoints. Alright, electronics is repaired. Good. We need our radar to stay on if radar technician is out. Yeah. So, all the little dudes, you have to keep care of them. If they get shot, then they get injured, and if they die, then they're gone. You have to recruit a new guy at the end of the mission. We've got this table here. Oh, no, you go sit there. Hey, no. We don't need you to go heal. We've got the table there to heal them. We've also got equipment slots. Should be another one. I guess there's just one installed over there. But those can be good, and they, they can store med kits and parachutes and things. Yeah, it's a pretty fun and hectic game. Good news is we are in the clear, headed back towards England. Fuel levels are good, and there's only a few holes in the plane. Yeah, why don't you go grab some more ammo? Don't really need it, because, they're gonna follow us across the channel, but I like having everything in tip-top shape. So setting course back to England. So yeah, each of these crew members also has gear that you can research, purchase, and equip. The gear does several things. You can give them heavier armor so that they can survive longer if bullets hit them. You can give them warmer clothing so that they can survive the cold temperature at higher altitudes, and oxygen masks so that they can breathe at high altitudes. Problem is, the more stuff you put on them, the slower they move, and so if you need to have them running back and forth across the plane to grab ammo or repair stuff, you have to figure out how to balance that. Similarly, the plane you can upgrade, it has weight. Each piece of equipment, you have to upgrade the engines. And sometimes you have to pick between, do you want to add extra armor or an extra something else, maybe an upgraded gun. Because otherwise, you can't add both, because your engines aren't strong enough to carry all of that weight. Oh, so yeah, here we are coming in for the landing. We've targeted the landing spot. And we're going to make sure to lower our gear. If you don't have your gear lowered, then you can't land. You'll just sort of divert off. You also want to make sure your gear isn't down the entire trip, because that increases the amount of fuel you use. Which is important, because you can't run out of fuel, and that is not fun to crash. But we've made it back in one piece. The plane is almost entirely intact. We're good. We're good. Mission results. Money and research. You return the plane, which is automatically repaired. I love that. There is a slow time feature in this game. You get bonus points for not using it. I like living on the edge, so I've actually just turned off the ability to use it so I don't turn it on by accident. Which is probably going to bite me in the ass when there's like 50 things going on at once, and I need slow-mo in order to make sure I have everyone do what they need to do. But we have our research, we have our money, our people have gained experience for returning from the mission alive and alive. And our pilot has learned how to do an emergency dive, and our engineer has learned how to boost the engine using up more fuel, but we go a bit faster. And we've unlocked some new equipment and airplane parts. So let's take a look starting at crew gear. So there's flight suits, headgear and stuff. I don't remember buying this expansion or patch or whatever, but I can give them cool little hats. So I'm gonna do that. Also sweaters. Yeah, here we have oxygen masks, armor vests, gloves, and boots. I also have stats here of survival. If the plane has to do an emergency landing, or it's going down, the crew parachutes out, the gear they have and other items that you can place on the plane give them a survival chance for land and water. And then, the higher survival chance, the higher chance it is that even if the plane goes down, if they survive, they can actually make it back to England and then continue serving. Otherwise, you've got to recruit new plane members, and they're going to be low level, and it makes everything harder. You don't lose the game, you just lose everything you've worked for in the game. Anyway, let's start getting them those outfits. I'm gonna follow Star Trek conventions. You get red. I'm gonna make all the nerds get blue. And I guess you guys can have green. It does cost me a little bit of money, but it gives these guys boost to their warmth and their survival chance. What else is there? Winter hats. Those would keep people warmer, but they do reduce the speed. It is a tiny bit, which is whatever. Mostly reduces the armor, which I want them to have lots of armor. Let's see. No oxygen masks available. No better. I'm going to equip everyone with woolen gloves, because that gives them more survival chance. It doesn't actually take much of anything. Lastly, the boots. That will reduce the speed, but increases everything else by a little bit. And I'm gonna take that that sort of penalty for the bonus. Everyone also has their own natural stats of things, which is why it's going to vary a little bit, the exact numbers between everyone. I have no idea why. Do you just natural armor? Maybe. Great, I'm glad. Alright. Training. None of you guys have earned levels to get a second skill. Alright, let's look at Bucket of Memes, our lovely plane. No upgrades for the engines. Ventral turret on the bottom. Gonna hold off on that one for now. It's really only useful if the planes are flying below us, and right now we're only doing low altitude flights, so it's not really like anything, nothing's really gonna be below us. Engine extinguishers. Those are very useful. Engines have the tendency to catch on fire. If they do, they can fall off. We don't want that. Engine extinguishers Mark 1 mean we get one free extinguishing engine. We want to kind of avoid too much of that. So here we can armor up our plane. And I might be thinking I should put armor on the areas that got shot previously, which was actually, back in World War II, a thing that kind of happened. The planes would return, they'd go, here's all the areas that have been hit by bullet holes, or have bullet holes and then they hit by bullets, we should armor those areas. Then it was pointed out that no, you armor the areas where you don't have bullet holes. Because the planes that returned with bullets in the wings or in, some part of the back of the plane, they could get shot there and still come home. What they weren't seeing were any planes with bullet holes at the cockpit or the engines or some other important part, because those were the ones that got shot down, and so that's where you put the armor. But in this case, it's actually a bit expensive to put some armor on. We have a lot of people who hang out in I think the middle area here. So just to give them a little more protection. Just more bang for our buck. Now the tail, only one guy hangs out back here. Wings, though, I think we're good for now. We'll just sort of leave stuff as is. You can also rename and color the plane with different things. Even make your own custom art. I'm very bad at art, so I believe that just says fuck in Elder Futhark. You're welcome. Flames are cool. We'll put those on. It's all free. Have some pumpkins. And man, we'll worry about that part later. Pumpkins for days. Welcome to. Nah, let's keep it like that. I like the contrast. Welcome to the pumpkin machine. Let's go fly some more missions. Alright, so here are options. We can search and rescue. And a friendly fighter went down the channel, locate him. Enemy ace in the mission area. So we're going to be fighting one of these guys. They're very strong, very smart enemy fighters. But we get a lot of bonus money if we can take them out. Let's see, if we do this one, we take out ammo dumps. And it reduces the enemy damage for the next 2 missions. And that one's just hunting subs. This one is a bit riskier. I'm actually going to start with this one, and then pick up the one that has the enemy ace next. Because if I do this first, I assume it will reduce the damage that the enemy ace can do. Alright, ready for our second mission. Pilot, I'm going to lock you in there so I don't accidentally send you somewhere else and then discover far too late that there's no pilot and we crash and die. Let's see, what bombs do we have? 2 targets and 5 bombs. That's going to be excellent. Yeah, let's start taking off. Taking off, increasing altitude uses a lot of fuel. So, oh my gosh, something's already breaking. The hydraulic system. We need that to raise and lower the landing gear, open and close the bomb bay doors, and turn the gun turrets. We really want to keep the hydraulic system repaired. As the game goes on, you get more research points and money. You can upgrade these systems so that they don't spontaneously break as much, which is very useful because it would really suck to have that decide to break down like that right in the middle of a big important endgame mission. You can also send your dudes out onto the wings and stuff, mostly for parachuting off the plane or repairing engines. They can hold on pretty well. You do want to make sure not to use any like emergency dives or crazy corkscrew maneuvers during that time, because they can and will fall off. I learned that the hard way. Also, if they're out on the wings, it's easier for them to get shot. Basically, you never want to send them out on the wings, but you have to a lot of the time. Don't like that. Navigation has detected a hazard location. Looks like there's going to be some enemy flak in the area. Yeah, there it is. Little guns on the ground shooting up into the sky. No sign of enemy planes yet. Oh, no, there they are. Okay, we're coming in on our bombing run. I'm going to select 2 bombs. I guess 6 bombs, because they're 3 each. Just going to go in. Hope those ground batteries don't do too much damage. Alright, delightful. There's an optional recon over there. Let's go take a peek at that. I don't actually know, because there's like different items placed all throughout the map. Like we could go fly over down in France somewhere and like see an airfield that we'd be blowing up in some later mission. So I don't actually know if these recons like affect what missions pop up on the board next. Like if we're going to be targeting this thing in like the next mission or 2, or if they're just for bonus points. But either way, we're going to get those. Oh my gosh, that's a lot of enemy fighters that popped up. Oh boy, where are they? We only get like a moment as the radar spins around. You can upgrade the radar and then it'll spin around more quickly. Alright, both of those done. I'm going to send you back up. You're almost out of ammo. And R to reload, grab some ammo, and get back on your gun. Fortunately, those ground guns aren't too scary. Half our fuel remaining. Okay, we don't start out with maximum fuel. That's important to know. So this is half our maximum fuel remaining, so it's not like we have to immediately abort Palanauts. And pretty soon we'll get the, level 3, we'll get an ability that lets us conserve fuel more readily. Okay, more enemy fighters spotted. This is fine, just more experience points. Okay, there's another 3 more over there. I think we're almost in position for bombing. Oh, and you're out of ammo anyway. Yeah, everyone grab more. Okay. Open doors. Select a few bombs. Doors were not open soon enough. That was my bad. Alright. Still got 1 bomb left. Oh boy, taking a lot of damage. Got 1 more shot at this. Need to destroy this ammo dump. Oh boy. Okay, okay. There's more enemies in front of us somewhere. Ah, above us. Ah, and you can see on the right that we've taken damage to sort of our rear tailish area. Okay, more enemies to select. Who's out of ammo? You're almost out. Everyone go grab more ammo. Ah, never targeted you. There. Okay. This is fine. We're missing much of the. Well, it's only on this side. Just look at it from this angle, and everything's standing. Oh my goodness, that's a lot of enemy planes. Well, the good news is, like, if we get across the channel, they'll probably stop following us. Yeah, see, they're all baking up. Aha, we did manage to shoot one down. That guy, you're still there. What are you? Oh, they're still following us a little. Okay, as soon as we get over to England, they'll probably. Please, no. Oh boy. Oh boy, you are badly injured. Please go. Abandon your post and go. Send the bomber back up to that gun. Oh man, we are very badly injured. This was a little bit of a mistake. I'm gonna gain some altitude. I don't know what that'll do. Probably a bad idea. Oh boy. Oh boy. Please, I would like my crew members to not die on the second mission. I'm very bad at this game. Okay, they're breaking off. Let's see, how are we doing? Navigator is injured. Radar technician is almost dead. They automatically heal at the end of the mission, so it's fine. I'm just gonna... Oh, you... Radar technician, we don't need radar. We are in friendly area. Okay, we're gonna want to armor up that area because that's taking a lot of damage, and I think it's what injured Boyle. Also, our left landing gear. Yeah, I think I see some of the armor stripped away over there. That's been pretty badly damaged. Fortunately, it's still intact. It can get shot off, and that makes landings very rough, and occasionally fatal for several of your crew members. But you know what they say. A good landing is one you can walk away from. And, well, Donaldson's lying down, but he'll be able to walk, eventually. So, yeah, I think this is a good place to wrap it up. That is our first episode of, my first episode of Bomber Crew. Hope you like it. Hopefully there'll be more coming soon. Thanks for watching. See you later.